So guys, this is a majorly important video for anyone who is going for a student or a worker visa in the US for the most part, because this is relevant to you guys. What's been happening at the consulates, it is actually very disheartening, and some of you guys have been a part of this, and hopefully all of you guys watching this will be able to keep away from such scams in the future from happening with them and with their cases as well, because a lot of these things happen, and people are misguided by either consultants or their relatives or their parents. People really don't know what's going on. They're going for the first time to the US, or they're just thinking that the process is really not scrutinized at all, which basically means that the US consulate people are just stupid. They're just sitting there, they're interviewing people, and they're just sending them to the US. No guys, it's not like that. Let me tell you about the cases that happened, and in internal investigation and a couple of cases of forged documents, a couple of police cases have been currently filed in the New Delhi police departments at the Delhi Chanakya police station, by the way. And this has happened directly at the consulates. In an internal investigation, they found this out, and Corey Thomas, a security officer from the consulates, actually went to the police station, and he has filed these cases against these students, these consultancies, and these people who have actually taken a part and actually made this process happen. And all of these cases are actually literally very latest. They're all 2022 cases that I'm telling you about. But the biggest case that you will see, and especially with student visas, is that a student actually went to the consulates and he was showing funds that were not his own funds. So basically he had actually paid someone, and this is basically his consultancy that guided him. Look, you don't have the funds, no problem. You pay us 20,000 rupees, and what we will do is we will basically create fake funds documents, fake financial documents for you, and you can then take those to the consulates, you can show them, and you can basically go for your interview, and basically you will be given the visa type and whatever they must have cooked up. But basically, see, the thing is, when you're doing something like this, 90% chance it may work. All right, I'll be honest with you, I won't lie to you. 90% they may not even look at your finances, because I remember in my interview they even did not look at mine. But 10% they look at your finances. They see that, okay, something is fishy over here, right? Something looks wrong, and they want to investigate further. And keep in mind, they can investigate even after giving you the visa, by the way. They want to investigate further. What happens is that the case cracks open simply because there is not enough evidence of funds in your account. Even if they want you to get another statement, what are you going to do? Are you going to pay that consultant again to basically show the funds again? Right? It's not a legitimate way to do it. And let me actually tell you about the consequences over here. But Corey didn't just actually file a case against these people. Of course, he did file a case that, okay, here, Delhi police, this is what is happening, and we want you to take action against these people and these consultancies. But do you actually think these people will actually be able to get a visa next time they want to go to the US? They're probably banned for life. They cannot enter the US after this. Because if you remember, in the DS-160, you actually have to declare all of these things. And if the consulate is filing the case against you, you probably don't really have much room to hide these things, right? You actually have to tell them, in all honesty, okay, yes, that case was put against me, and I actually had to basically I was the person who did this, right? So basically, if you're faking these documents, right, if you're faking the finances, please stop. You're playing with fire, and that fire will actually not only burn you, it will burn your plans of ever studying overseas in the US. Please do not do it. And I'm not just saying this for the sake of the US. People going to UK, people going to Canada, don't show fake finances. If you don't have the finances, go via the legal means. I mean, if you come to us, what we will do is we will give you a guide. Okay, these are the accepted documents. Look at these. These are the accepted formats. Which ones of these work for you? Okay, these don't work. No problem. Here's what we have. We have some loaning partners. They'll give you sanction letters. They'll process your loan very quickly. So this is what we can do. Okay, if that doesn't work, okay, maybe your relatives can fund you. We can get a sponsor. Right? We will be doing it all very legally, very legitimately. Do you think we cannot take the illegal route? It's easy to take the illegal route. We can show our funds very easily, and they would very well exceed the amount that the consulates want you to show. But is that really the way that you want to do these things? Because if you get caught, you're probably not going to be able to step inside the US ever in your life. So my recommendation to you guys, don't make that mistake. I'll tell you about the other case also, which happens a lot, and this is a very massive one, and this happens a lot. But again, the consequences of this, I'm not sure how they may take the consequences. Maybe, you know, they would still be able to step into to the US or something like that. But again, it depends on the consulates after that. You're basically giving your decision, your life's decision, your life's plans into the hands of the consulates, which is not a good thing to do. So another case which happened was, okay, a student did not have any experience. He or she were basically sitting at home for the last 2-3 years, and they basically paid a consultancy that, okay, look, I want an experience letter. And the consultancy went ahead, they paid someone else, and you know, it was a small amount, only 3,000-5,000 rupees, and they basically got him an experience letter. Look, this person has been working in our company for the last 3 years, and he has been, you know, getting a salary of 18,000 rupees per month. Now, just think about this. You simply cannot fake bank statements, right? You cannot fake that, okay, in the last 3 years I was getting a salary. Where are those transactions? Where are those incoming transactions of 18,000 rupees per month? They're not there, right? And people don't really think about this. It's super easy to crack this case, right? I mean, if you actually had to do it, you would probably do it in a jiffy. You wouldn't take more than 5 minutes. So think about this, guys. Doing that, again, you're basically telling the consulates that, look, I was doing this, but at the end of the day, what were you really doing? You're basically hiding that. And in a lot of cases, again, hiding that is not a good idea, right? You could say something along the lines within the gray areas, and we actually help clients do that, and that completely works, right? Because there's no proof required for such things. But when you're actually telling them, okay, I was working at this firm, and you know, this was my salary, I was doing this and that, they might even ask you 2 questions about what the firm does, and you may not even know that. So guys, please make sure that you are not falling into the trap of, you know, a lot of consultants would actually veer you into the wrong direction, and that's essentially what we do not want you to go with. And I'm not saying work with us. I'm not gonna even advertise the visa service in this video. I'm not gonna tell you to even look at it. It's completely up to you if you want to, though. But at the same point of time, guys, work with someone who has been in the industry. I mean, I've personally worked with over 3,000 people on the visa cases, essentially. Just, you know, if you enroll right now, you would actually see that, you know, in the URL also there would be an ID attached, and you know, that is basically close to 3,000 at this point of time, at the time of making this video. So I'm not here to tell you that, look, the illegal way is not a way. I'm here to tell you that even after doing 3,000 plus cases, we have never had to take illegal ways even once, and every single one of those people are either in the process right now with us, or they have already gotten their visa. So it's never the case that you cannot go through legal ways. Yes, maybe you have to pay 1% of the loan for the sanction letter, etc., etc. Yes, you may have to pay a little bit higher, right? But the legal way will basically never get you bitten, essentially, you know, in a way that leaves a mark, and you cannot really, you know, do something about it in the future, and it changes your plans, etc., etc. So whoever you're working with, or even if you're working with your parents or your relatives are misguiding you, whatever is happening, right, avoid this, so that you don't get into these police cases, you don't get into these, you know, cases wherein you're not able to go to the country of your choice, where you have to study or work. Whatever you're doing, doesn't matter, it's the same thing, right? Avoid these cases, guys. That's the only purpose of making this video. If this can go ahead and help maybe 2-3 people out there also, I would say that the video is a success. Alright, so thank you so much for watching. I'm not gonna make this longer. If you want to connect with me, make sure that you go ahead and reach out to me on Instagram, and of course subscribe to the channel for more such content. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye and take care for now.